Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all having a beautiful day so far, and also a wonderful close to this week. I've spoken a lot in my recent readings about all of the energies we are collectively processing right now. So I do just want to commend each and every one of you who is here, who is listening to these videos, to these readings, and especially to those of you who are on this twin flame path. I don't speak much on this, and maybe I'll do a separate video kind of describing more about my thoughts on this, but the thing about the twin flame path is it truly is an accelerated path. And although it is one that our souls choose, we choose this acceleration for the purpose of greater expansion and growth. But in spite of those soul intentions, the path itself, playing out in real time, can be very, very challenging, very difficult to our human self, right? Because there's always those two aspects to us. We are both human and soul, having this life experience. And as twin flames, our soul knows the unconditional love that we share eternally with our twin flame. But our human self can experience a lot of pain as it sort of catches up to that soul knowing. I just felt guided to share that because I feel someone needed to know why this path is so challenging or painful, and I feel that might provide some sense of hope or relief to someone listening. So I'm shuffling the cards right now, trying to clear out the energies to bring forth some clear and helpful guidance for the Twin Flame Collective today. So just to be clear, these messages are intended specifically for twin flames or divine counterparts, whichever label you resonate with. While I'm shuffling, if you would like to contribute your energy to this reading so that I can bring forth specific messages for your situation and energy, you can subscribe to this channel and like the video, because by taking these two actions, by liking the video and subscribing, you are actually energetically contributing to this reading. And in doing so, I'm able to literally feel your energy, because energy doesn't know time or distance. So here where I am right now recording this reading, I am able to actually pick up on the energy that you send me in the future while you're listening to this reading. As I was meditating, by the way, guys, to prepare for this reading, the message I kept getting is, I love you and I'm sorry. And I felt that this message was coming from someone's higher self. It's like there was something playing out between the physical selves in this twin flame connection that I was reading into. And then it's like this person's higher self was looking at this situation, and it's like they wanted to say that they were sorry for some reason. I don't really have specifics on that yet, so hopefully more will come through in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and set my intentions aloud for this reading. You can set your intentions aloud or within your own mind. So my intention for this reading is to bring forth clear messages for the Twin Flame Collective. Whatever twin flames listening to this reading need to hear at this time. Okay, guys, so we have 3 cards that just flew out. It's pretty unusual for 3 cards to fly out all at once like this, so I'll be interested to see what messages these bring through. The first is Angel of Balance in the reverse position. Okay, so what I instantly saw with this card is actually, of course, something out of balance, but to be more specific, I feel that this had to do with some contrast between what is happening in the physical world between two people, between two twin flames, and what is actually being felt, the truth of the matter, like what someone's higher self, their soul self is feeling, and how things are playing out in the physical world. In this angel of balance reverse, it's like the thing that's out of balance is that there is this contrast, this confusion. Yeah, okay, guys. So the thinking man came up to clarify this angel of balance card, and I always associate this with a divine masculine's ego. So I do strongly feel that there's a contrast between what a divine masculine I'm channeling right now is feeling. So this could be things that he is consciously even feeling, like emotions, and then a contrast between that and what he is saying or doing. Now, alternatively, this could actually be a contrast between what he unconsciously feels, so meaning what his soul feels, what he feels when he is in that authentic space. But this masculine could have such an overblown or over-involved ego that he might not be able to hear that authentic space very often. So I guess what I'm saying here is, if this message connects with you or your connection, then how this plays out will depend on how much this divine masculine is involving his ego right now in the physical world and in his interactions with you. So if his ego is very dominant right now, these are going to be very unconscious thoughts and feelings coming through. Whereas if his authentic self is a little bit more prevalent, he might be consciously feeling and thinking these things and just not be saying them for some reason. So again, just take that as it resonates. I do also want to remind you that these are collective readings. So much of what I bring through is intended for very specific individuals. I do try to be hyper specific in these readings, but this also means that very likely a lot of this reading will not specifically resonate with you, and that is okay. So I'm now going to get some clarification on this divine masculine and his ego. So what I want to know is, okay, so the first thing I want to know is, what is he doing? Like, how is he actually acting in the physical world? And then I'll get into what he's actually thinking and feeling. So first I want to know, how is this divine masculine who is having an overblown ego, or his ego is being involved in some way, how is he behaving in the physical world? Wow, guys, I cannot believe this card came out. Fourth chakra in the reverse position, which of course, this is the heart chakra. So this says that this divine masculine is acting in a way that is very out of alignment with his own heart, with his heart center. Meaning that, for some reason I heard cold. This person could be speaking in a cold way, or they could be acting distant. But the reason they're acting this way is because there are walls up around this divine masculine's heart. So I want some more messages on how this divine masculine is behaving, and then we'll get into what he's actually feeling. So how is this divine masculine I'm connecting with behaving toward the divine feminine in the physical world? For some reason, I heard the name John, so that might connect to someone specifically listening. How is this divine masculine behaving? What is he doing or saying to the divine feminine in the physical world, or what is he not doing? Well, that just answered my question. Action in the reverse position. This divine masculine I'm connecting with is blocked in the heart chakra. He's disconnected from his true heart space, again, most likely because of some dominance of ego within him. And because of this, he is not taking action forward in this connection. So what else is this divine masculine thinking, or what is he doing, rather? We'll get into what he's thinking and feeling in a minute. What is this divine masculine doing? By the way, I feel like this divine masculine actually does have a lot of heart chakra energy right now, a lot of love emotion flowing toward the divine feminine. But I almost see it like this love energy is coming up against a metaphorical dam. Like I see this huge stone dam that is holding back the water, which of course in this metaphor is this love energy. And I feel he's very closed off for some reason. Again, not moving forward in action, disconnected from his heart center. Okay, I can't get any more cards about that specifically. So what I'm going to do now is pull some cards to tell us how this divine masculine is really feeling. Because again, I strongly feel that the way he is acting, this distance he's putting in this connection, this block in the heart chakra, this inaction, is not what he is actually feeling. So what is this divine masculine actually thinking or feeling? Angel of Love in the reverse position. For some reason, I just heard, I don't think you're capable of loving me. I almost feel like this divine masculine feels unworthy of the divine feminine's love. And that is actually, and I actually feel this is deeper. This might be a deep-seated wound. Hold on. Wow, guys. Okay, so as I was trying to explain that, I wasn't even trying to pull any more cards, but these 3 cards just fell out. So the next card is the Yin Yang card, which you guys know if you listen to my readings. This card symbolizes twin flames being like the yin and the yang in that balance. For some reason, I heard a divine masculine saying like, I know we are twin flames, or if they aren't familiar with the concept of twin flames, they might say soulmates, but really mean the same thing, mean like, I know that you are my person, but I don't feel worthy of your love. Wow, okay, that I just felt this like wave of sad, it's like sadness, but also love at the same time, but a love that's being held back because of these feelings of potential unworthiness. The next card that came out is the Community card in the upright position, but I'm really not sure how that card applies to this connection. For some reason, I heard someone saying, do what you need to do, and I'll be here on the other side. I feel like, okay, so this won't connect with everyone, but I feel some twin flame connection I'm channeling. There is a situation where because of these heart chakra blocks within the connection, and because of this feeling one is having, or both, of this feeling of being unworthy of love, despite the fact that this twin flame I'm connecting with is aware that they are twin flames, that this is their person, either they or their person is feeling the need to connect with others right now. Now, this could mean either like just focusing on their social life, going out, meeting new people. This could be casually dating. This could be a third-party karmic or some situation like that. Now, this won't connect with everyone. I'm getting that strongly, so don't take this if it doesn't resonate with you. But for some strange reason, I just saw this image. I saw all of this playing out, like I was just saying, someone casually dating potentially, or at the very least meeting people, going out, being social, like living their life. But then suddenly I had this like bird's eye view. It was like pulled back. And suddenly it was just 2 twin flames completely on the outside of all of this. It's like looking down on planet Earth, watching this happen as they're kind of smiling down on all of this together. And I feel this symbolizes like the way in which, again, something in the physical world and someone's connection might not be quite matching what they're truly feeling toward one another. Again, someone might be dating someone else, connecting with others, or have a desire to do that, or something like that, coming from a physical, ego-based, ego-driven space. But then it's like there is this underlying, very deep, very profound spiritual love connection. And it causes it to be as though these 2 energies, these 2 people are like, this is such a complex message, but I know whoever connects with this will get what I'm saying. It's like they are watching themselves, their higher selves are watching like their physical selves, do all these things that kind of disconnect them in the physical world, but they are always like connected. They're always together. They're actually like in the energetic, in the fifth dimension realm. They're like, I see them just holding hands, like looking down at planet Earth, like watching them go about their lives and kind of just smiling and laughing to each other. I'm getting goosebumps. Like, this is such a hard image to explain, but it felt so important to share it because I feel I'm channeling this for a reason. This feels really profound. And I feel that someone will connect with this and realize it's like, I don't know, I feel like this will just mean something to someone. Someone will connect with that message. And then the last card is all tied up in the upright position. But first, 2 cards fell out when I was trying to explain that image I was channeling with the community cards. So let me get those other cards. Okay, so these 2 cards that flew out were the 3rd chakra card in the reverse position and cornucopia in the upright position. The 3rd chakra is the solar plexus chakra, of course. I just heard I need to build my confidence. I feel like someone in this connection could be the divine feminine or divine masculine, may be feeling low levels of confidence lately. And again, this could actually be what's causing this feeling of unworthiness of love I was speaking on earlier. So if that was connecting with you, then you might also resonate with the message that there is someone here who needs to cultivate this deep inner confidence in order to sustain a physical union with their twin flame. So it's like this lack of confidence, core confidence, true authentic confidence in themselves is actually preventing this connection that I'm resonating with right now, that I'm channeling right now, from moving forward. But once this heals, once this person becomes more confident, there will be a manifested physical union in this connection. I see this with the 11 card, the cornucopia card. This is the card I often connect with the angel number 1111, which I know many of you see, and it's a very common angel number to see along the twin flame path. So this is kind of a strange message. Once again, a lot of complex messages coming up today, but what I'm feeling is there is someone I'm connecting with here who is feeling unworthy of love, having low self-confidence in themselves. And because of this, it's like they need to build this confidence, either through being more social, through connecting with other people. But while they do this, it causes this kind of disconnect in the physical world from their twin flame, again, in the physical, not in the spiritual, of course, where they're always those 2 energies holding hands, connecting, all of that. But in the physical, it's like them building this confidence through their community, through their social life, potentially even through dating other people, might be causing a rift physically in their twin flame connection. But I see their higher self saying here, I have to do this to build my confidence so that we can create and manifest this physical union together that is sustainable. But until then, and then this last card that I had pulled initially for the divine masculine's potential true thoughts and feelings is all tied up. For some reason I heard I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to move forward. I want to see if I can get more messages on that. So just give me a moment to reshuffle the cards. What is this all tied up card? What does someone not know what to do or not know how to move forward? Why does someone not know how to move forward or what to do in this connection? Sixth chakra in the upright position. So this is connected to the intuition. The 6th chakra is the 3rd eye chakra, and it's through the 3rd eye that we receive our intuition. So I'm feeling, because this intuition card came up, it's like someone, for some reason I heard someone is trying to hear their intuition, but they're not really able to hear it. I'm not sure if this is a divine masculine or divine feminine, but I want to see if I can get any more information on potentially this 6th chakra card. By the way, I am feeling guided to say that it's I feel whoever I'm connecting with, it's like nothing is going wrong here. So I never want to, insinuate that or make someone think that. But I do feel that someone's person or someone that is listening to this reading is experiencing a little bit of an energetic disconnect. I almost see someone like trying to meditate or trying to clear their energy and just feeling like overwhelmed. Someone, and this again could be coming from just the energies we're experiencing through the lunar eclipse we had and the full moon, and now Mercury retrograde coming tomorrow. But I feel for whatever reason, like there's someone or both in someone's connection who is just energetically like having trouble hearing their own intuition, having trouble visualizing, having trouble clearing their energy, just feeling kind of chaotic. So if that is you, I really would recommend my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal, because this is designed to really reach into each of the 7 chakras where we store these blocks that manifest as blocks literally in the physical between us and our twin flame. Lack of movement forward, preventing us from physical manifested reunion. And as we release these energy blocks within ourselves, our twin flame instantaneously feels that shift because they do perfectly mirror our energy. So I will leave a link to this 7 chakra twin flame clearing in the pinned comment and description box, as well as any other subliminals I recommend during this reading, just to let you know. So a card just fell out. The Envy card in the upright position. Okay, so for some reason I heard this could be a divine feminine or masculine, but I am hearing a masculine with this kind of strange message like, I am jealous. Oh my gosh, this is giving me a wave of goosebumps. I feel like regardless, if you're a divine feminine connecting with this portion of the reading, and this sounds so far like you're divine masculine and he's been distant or you're in some kind of separation, I feel that he's actually feeling either jealous of if you are with someone romantically or if you are dating, he's jealous of these people, or more likely for many of you, I feel he's jealous like even just at the thought of you being with someone else. There's like some element of feeling very possessive about you, but also like with the action card reversed, I don't feel that the energy, the masculine I'm connecting with is actually doing anything about that, like moving forward, but just feeling this like jealousy for either if you are connecting with other men or anything like that, or even just imagining that someday you will be, causes him to feel jealous even before it happens, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a strange message. Okay, so I want to get more specific messages about anything I can bring forth for twin flames. So I am going to be pulling some cards from my Love Scramble deck, or box rather. Heavy. So I feel for some, this is actually just generally describing the mood or tone of either a life situation or a situation with someone's twin flame lately. Like just feeling like there's kind of a somber energy. If that doesn't connect with you specifically, I am also feeling that there's a divine masculine who is just, to be honest, just feeling kind of in a dark space. This is probably the same divine masculine I was channeling earlier, who was feeling really unworthy of love, feeling a lack of self-confidence, knowing his twin flame on a soul level, but not being able to fully connect with that knowing or move forward because of this heart chakra block. Younger. For some reason with this younger card, I really was drawn again to the heart chakra in reverse. I feel like there's a divine masculine, or could be a divine feminine, but I feel for many it will be the masculine here, who is experiencing some kind of long-term effect of very deep level emotional wounding that actually happened in childhood. Like this is some kind of inner child wound coming up here. And just because these heart chakra blocks keep coming up over and over again, I know I already recommended my Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing, but if you would like to focus more specifically on energy work within the heart chakra when it comes to this connection, really clearing out any heart chakra blocks that are preventing not just a love emotional connection in the physical with your person, but also when we have these heart chakra blocks, it actually blocks communication, because twin flames predominantly communicate through energy, and they exchange the most energy through the heart center, through the heart chakra. So clearing out these heart chakra blocks can really open the door to more clear, open communication with our twin flame in the physical. So I will leave a link to my Twin Flame Heart Chakra Activation Subliminal in the pinned comment and description box as well. Dreams. Ooh, wow. Okay. So I feel two messages coming through here. One, I very literally am hearing that I just heard a man's voice say, I come to you in dreams, or I meet you in dreams. But it's so different from the reality, and I wish that it wasn't. I just heard I wish I could dream forever, because when I connect with you in dreams, it feels so real. In fact, it feels more real than real life itself. This is like so sappy and romantic, but this person I'm connecting with is saying like, dreaming about you feels more real than real life, because you are the only thing that truly feels real to me. Like you are the only one who truly sees me, who truly knows me, who touches my soul. So these dreams I have about you feel more meaningful than my day-to-day reality. Regret. Yeah, so I'm strongly just hearing like, I regret that things aren't different in the physical world. I regret that the extent of our movement forward within this connection right now seems to be very fifth dimension. It happens through dreams. It happens through even moments of telepathy, like feeling each other's energy, feeling each other communicate. And yet it's like I see someone then like grasping, but it's like all they're getting is thin air, like they're reaching out, but there's nothing really there. And someone is just strongly feeling this emotion of like, I feel so profoundly connected to you, and yet things in the physical world are not what I want them to be. And yet at the same time, I know that I may be predominantly the reason that things aren't different in the physical world. This is potentially someone's like higher self, their soul self speaking here. I am going to pull some other cards that may connect with this reading. I haven't pulled these cards specifically in a while, so I'll be interested about what comes out. Broken. Yeah, I heard this connecting again with these like inner child wounds coming up. I feel like I'm connecting with someone who was really emotionally wounded when they were younger. And somehow like these wounds now, it's like because of these wounds, they created walls around their heart. And now it's like they so desperately want to connect with this person they perceive to be, know to be their soulmate, their twin flame. And yet they regret that for some reason it's like they feel unable to do that. Again, because of feeling worthless or feeling low self-confidence. It's like there's some reason they can't. It's almost like they perceive themselves as broken. Hands. I just heard your hands heal my brokenness. But it had this air of like sadness to it though. Like, I feel if you've ever even touched your person, even for a moment, just like brushed hands or bumped up against each other or something, I see someone's person saying like, in the smallest touches, you heal me in the most profound ways. I feel like this person literally feels like healed by your presence and especially by your touch. And they almost feel as though, for some reason I saw someone, it's like they're getting this glimmer of hope, like maybe you could heal me, maybe I could be healed. But then it's like they're slipping back into this feeling of brokenness. Let's see what other cards we can pull out here. First love. For some reason I saw a mother. So you might be dealing with a person, potentially again a divine masculine, who actually has a mother wound. So this person might have it's like I'm saying this connects to first love because although first love can be taken to be romantic, I'm hearing in this case, it's like the first person who loved me didn't love me the ways I needed and deserved to be loved. And because of that, I developed this wound. So of course, this could be either parent, but for some reason I instantly saw a mother, like a mother who wasn't very caring or nurturing, either physically or emotionally, or there's like some kind of abandonment coming up here. And it's like because my first love, again, and potentially in the form of a parent, abandoned me, I now fear that you are going to abandon me too. So I put up these walls around my heart to keep you out. But I also feel you are the only one who could heal me. So in that sense, I want to let you in. But it's like I'm so afraid. That fear is also there. I'm like channeling this fear of opening up. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some potential short sentences or phrases from this person I'm connecting with. So what other messages can I get for any twin flames listening? If you only knew. See, I'm so curious now. I have to go to my love word scramble box to get some specifics on this. So if you only knew what? Analyze, distance. If you only knew that I've been playing and replaying all of our smallest interactions over and over again in my mind because of how much I miss you, even though I might be the one creating this distance, putting this distance between us. If only you knew what. Watching. If only you knew how much I'm still watching you, either literally watching you online through some social media we're connected through, or watching you in the sense that you are always there in my mind's eye. I'm always wondering where you are, what you're doing. What else does this person wish that the other knew? If you only knew what? Broken again, guys. Wow, this card came out twice. If you only knew how broken I feel, which is why I put this distance between us, and yet I can't stop watching you in the sense that I'm always thinking about you. I'm always wondering about you. I'm always checking up on you. Really beautiful and yet sad messages coming up today for whoever I'm connecting with. Okay, so now I'm going to roll some letter initial dice. These potentially could be the first, middle, or last name of your person or yourself. Alternatively, sometimes these letters spell words. So we'll just see what we get here. H, B, Z, Q, I. For some reason I heard quiz, and then I instantly thought test. And then for some reason I started thinking, like, is someone in this connection testing the other? Like, I feel someone in this connection might have some kind of trust issues or something. And it's like, maybe unconsciously, but like on some level, they're putting the other, their counterpart, through some kind of test. It's like the test is like, I want to know that you truly love me or want to commit to me. So it's like they're doing something that doesn't make much sense, or putting distance there for the purpose of like hoping that the other will hold the space for them or will commit fully to them in spite of that distance. It's like this kind of strange thing, a tad bit manipulative. I feel this, not manipulative in like an evil sense, but it's definitely coming from a very hurt, ego-based space. I don't really feel this is their like true soul self doing this testing or whatever I'm picking up on. Again, that won't connect with everyone, but just take it as it resonates. Let's see what other letters we get here. K, G, V, L, A, A. So this person might have double letters in their name. Z, O, B, X. So that spells box. For some reason I heard like, I'm afraid of being put in a box, like I'm afraid of being trapped in something, like someone having this fear of being trapped into a commitment or a relationship coming from this space of actually fearing abandonment. It's like I'm scared of being stuck in a situation in which I am vulnerable and then being left there, like left in that box, like left when the other person goes off somewhere else. D, P, U, F, D, E. So hopefully some of those letters connected with some of you. I am now going to pull sign cards. So these could be the sun, moon, or rising sign of you or your person. By the way, I saw the card earth sign in my mind earlier. So this person could be an earth sign. The first card I got is Aquarius. Cancer. Libra. Virgo. Capricorn. So this person could be Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Alternatively, please do remember that those are very specific portions of the reading, so they might not resonate with everyone. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is pull a few cards from the Romance Angels and the Lover's Oracle deck. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Lover's Oracle and just see what we get here. So what other messages do any twin flames listening to this reading need to know at this time? What other messages can I bring forth for twin flames? I feel like these cards are going to be kind of slow to come out just because now we're getting down to like the true, authentic, soulful love messages that this person might have. And I say they might be slow to come out because this person's energy has been, it's like a bit slow to open up. There are these heart chakra wounds. There are these walls up, metaphorically speaking, around the heart center, which can make it difficult to get down to the like raw truth of what this person is feeling. You may even feel this way. You might be dealing with someone that's like very stubborn or someone who doesn't seem to speak their true heart and mind or get very openly emotional. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I also heard the word surrender. I feel like this message is saying here, like, once again, it's like there's something about this situation that is radically different from how this person is truly thinking and feeling. But it's like the message here, I get this coming from like the divine, from the universe, saying like, trust that even though things might not be exactly as you want them to be in the physical, in the moment, trust that they are in the process of unfolding, of perfectly transforming in the right time. Yeah, because the next card is transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. For some reason I heard like, because the person that I'm channeling here has these very deep-seated heart chakra wounds, these walls up in the heart center, the challenging thing about this dynamic is, well, first of all, twin flames do mirror each other's energy, which means if it connects with you that your twin flame has some kind of a heart block, it means that you probably have some block in the heart center as well, whether you are fully aware of it or not. So I'm sharing that because I feel that doing this kind of mirroring technique would really help you if you are in this situation, like asking yourself, okay, they're closing off in this way or acting in this way because of this heart block. But how am I reflecting that blocked energy, potentially in a different way? Because twin flames are always experiencing the same energy blocks. It's just that those blocks may manifest very differently in their words, actions, behavior, and in their life. But I'm hearing it's like there's something about radiating pure, unconditional love. Like I just see this golden light bursting through the heart chakra. And I'm hearing that in order to transform this situation, if you are the one who is dealing with a twin flame who is blocked in the heart center, it is so imperative for you to radiate a very stable, strong energy of unconditional love, regardless of circumstances, in order to, because like when you shift that energy, when you radiate that unconditional love, your twin flame will mirror that shift and things will transform very quickly between you. But I just heard it requires a lot of courage, because I also feel that you yourself, if you are connecting with this, have heart chakra wounds of your own. You have brokenness of your own. You've been through very trying and challenging circumstances, just as your twin flame has been. So it takes a lot of courage to be the one to shift that dynamic, to shift that energy by shifting it within yourself. And the last card that came out here, well, actually, now I can't find that card. So apparently it was not meant to be read. Wait a second, here it is. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. So for some reason I heard this conversation happening, not an actual conversation in the physical, but like a conversation of two people's souls, you and your twin flame. And it's like one is saying, do you even realize this connection? Do you even recognize this connection? Because you aren't acting like it. And the other is saying, of course I do. Like, I know that we're twin flames. I know that we have this soul connection. But you know that already, like, you know that I know that. It's like this weird conversation of like, someone needs to know that has been asking, like, does my twin know that we're twin flames? Is he aware of this soul connection? If that is you asking those questions, you need to know that deep in your heart, intuitively, you already know that he is just as aware, or she, it could be a divine feminine, but the other in your counterpart in your union is just as aware of this connection as you are. You know that already in your soul, and it's just your ego that is questioning that. And lastly, the card that came out is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. For some reason I heard, whatever choice you make, all roads lead back to me. And I feel this might connect with that community card that came out earlier. That message I was channeling for someone, that someone might be connecting with others or being more social, or like even potentially dating other people in this connection. But if that is happening in your connection, then what I'm also hearing for you is that all roads lead back to one another, and you are both very highly aware of this, whether you realize the other person is or not. And I'm hearing it's like, regardless of what's going on in the physical or how things play out, it's like you'll always end up in each other's arms again, because you never actually left each other's arms, because it's like the whole time you were those two beings holding hands, looking down at planet Earth, watching all of this happen and just kind of laughing about it. It's kind of like that quote I'm sure you guys have heard, that like, it's like, in another life we're laughing, but in another life we're apart. And I just got goosebumps. So it's like, I know that will connect with some of you, but that quote just kept coming out for me during this reading, and I feel that will resonate with someone. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Interesting. So some of you could be dealing with a person who has addictions. Alternatively, for some reason, I feel that like, and this won't connect with everyone, but I feel if you are someone who is physically connected with your twin, something may have happened in your connection that led to a certain level of codependency, or like an unhealthy dynamic where it's like almost like the addiction was each other. Like you became so addicted to each other, which of course is only natural as twin flames. It's almost impossible not to become addicted to one another in some sense. But I feel that for someone I'm connecting with, it's like this reached some kind of an unhealthy level or negatively impacted one or both of you in some way. This even could be like an addiction to thinking so much about the other, or like something like that. There's some kind of addictive thinking or something here where it's almost like physically one or both may have had to step back for a moment or put some amount of distance in the physical between the two, just because this addiction got out of hand, whatever it is. Again, this could be a literal addiction to a substance, but I feel for many this is an addiction to almost like to one another again, but like not in a healthy way, in like a way where it was causing damage to one or both, or it was keeping them stuck in some way. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting. So if that is you and there's had to be a little bit of separation or distance or a step back or something like that, I also want to circle back then to the card that then I pulled out the message, like all paths lead back together. So just know, like if you ever have had to, for whatever reason, again, potentially because of these addictions or whatever, there's had to be some kind of distance. This doesn't mean that you're putting distance between the two of you energetically, like spiritually, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to end up finding each other again, because you always will. This energy, it like always boomerangs, it always comes back. I just feel like someone really strongly needed to be reminded, like you are always eternally, unbreakably connected, regardless of the necessity of certain physical circumstances. So can I get any more messages for the Twin Flame Collective or anyone listening to this reading at this time? Okay, the two cards coming out here. First of all, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, so for some, and maybe I'm just connecting with that specific person who may have had some kind of addiction at play here, or an emotional addiction or a codependency, and needed to put some distance or take a step back. I'm hearing that connecting socially or connecting with people who support you or who are part of your community could actually be very, very healing for you on like a soul level. So if you have an opportunity for that and you feel guided to it, then take it. I'm getting that message very strongly. That's kind of just a side message, but with this past life relationship card, there is this theme of this reading, like no matter what, we will find each other again because we've always found each other. I feel some of you may have found yourselves recently wondering about potentially like what past lives have I lived with my person, if you are someone who isn't conscious of your past lives. And if you've been thinking about this, I feel like there's a reason. It's because there's a message coming through of like, we found each other in every past life, and every past life led up to this one, where we are now connecting in a more profound and more meaningful way than ever before. But this is a truly unbreakable and never-ending connection. Like, we always find each other, so why are you worried? It's like I hear someone's person kind of saying teasingly, like, why are you worried about us finding each other again in this life? Because we've always found each other in every past life. And I actually even hear this person's higher self like joking with you, like, remember that one past life where like, and I'm not really channeling specifics because it will be different depending on the person, but maybe you even have some kind of recollection of this, like, in a past life with your person, it was actually even worse circumstances. Like I hear this person saying, you think it's bad in this lifetime. Like, remember that life where we were like forbidden to be in a relationship, or like because we were from different social classes, or like you were royalty and I was like a peasant, or like, these are just examples. But I feel there was like some past life where your relationship, like the possibility of a physical relationship together, was almost impossible. And this person's soul self, like their higher self, is kind of teasing you, like, remember how difficult it was for us in that past life. And in comparison, this life is so much easier. I mean, of course, they're kind of saying this teasingly because I feel whoever I'm connecting with, your circumstances in this life actually are still very difficult. But I see it's like someone's twin flame trying to almost like lighten their mood and be like, we always found each other. We're going to find each other again. And it's just like this really beautiful, reassuring message. So I feel that is a really settled place to close out this reading. I hope that some of these messages connected with you, and if they did, please subscribe to this channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. The two subliminals I recommended during your reading, the Twin Flame 7 Chakra Clearing and the Twin Flame Heart Chakra Activation, are both linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. You can click either of those links and explore more of the energetic benefits I infused into each of those subliminal meditations. And also, you can try out any of the more than 100 subliminals I've created completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my website. Thank you so much again for joining me here today in this reading. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you again in the next reading.